Good evening, and welcome to day 4 of our meditations together. I invite you to go ahead and take a seat and let's drop in together and see what is here for us. So let yourself land either on the floor or in a chair. And as you do that, let yourself lean all the way back so that you're being supported and held. So you can feel the seat behind you, underneath you, your body relaxing. And I always take a big breath when I do that. Like, here I am in this moment, taking time just to slow down my brain and see what's going on inside my body and my energy space. So let yourself arrive fully here. And you can plant your feet on the floor. If you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, just make sure there's some room for energy to move out the bottom of your feet. And then imagine you can open up the bottoms of your feet and let roots start to grow out at the same time that the chair legs become roots also. So they can be tree trunks that slowly turn into roots as they hit the earth underneath your building. And feel all of those roots start to go down into the earth. And let's begin by dropping them 100 feet into the earth. So imagine you can just feel the roots go way down under the surface of the earth. And you might feel that in your body as a tug, or like gravity suddenly got a little heavier or more dense. Go ahead and drop them another 100 feet. You might feel your shoulders kind of drop a little bit when you do that. And then another 100 feet. And then it might be a little tighter in your chest, right? It's your energy starting to come into your body even as the roots are anchoring you into the earth. So it's sort of like a chain reaction. The roots go down, and then your energy that normally floats around you perhaps, or stays a little above in your brain to check things out, starts to get pulled down along with the energy that's going in and in and in down your feet, down into the earth. Good. So go ahead and relax your body. Let yourself feel held. Here you are in this moment, fully arrived. And then notice any energy that might be hanging out outside of you. So what it often looks like energetically is you're rushing between places, right? This is a general statement. People tend to be really busy and they're rushing around. And so they go, let's say, to their work, to their office, and part of their attention, their mind, stays at the office even when they leave to go home. So there's all those things that didn't get done, and so part of our attention, our energy, kind of hangs out in that place. Part of our attention, if we have children or parents or siblings that we're taking care of or watching, our attention goes with those people. And so even as they leave our sight or go off to school or go play with their friends, or if you're like me, you have a daughter who drives or a child who drives, when they get in the car and they go somewhere, part of us almost can go with them, can go check on them, make sure they're okay. So there's all these places where energy hangs out, your energy. Sometimes it's ahead of us, looking into the future. Sometimes it's behind, hanging out in regrets or disappointments, those things we should have, could have done. So imagine in this moment that with the grounding into the earth keeping you really solidly here, you can start to pull your energy back into your body. So you can imagine if you're a fisherman, right, you're used to having that winding up of the rod so that you can wind the fishing thread, the line, is that what it's called, the fishing line, back up the rod. And so you're winding it to bring it back into you. It's the same sort of visual with energy. So for example, let's imagine you've left a bunch of your attention or energy at your office, right, or at your friend's house or the school where you drop your children off. You can imagine in this moment just starting to wind up the rod, the reel. You can tell I'm not a fisherman. You start to wind that up, and then that pulls your energy slowly, slowly back into you. Yep. And then you can use your breath as it arrives back in your body. And just notice how you feel. So perhaps it's a little scary to separate from work, or to separate from the place where you put a lot of your attention. Maybe that's how you define yourself. And so separating from that can be a little confusing or disorienting. So just notice how your body feels as you do that process. Right? If you're a little dizzy, or if you're kind of rocking a little bit, like you've lost your balance, just root yourself back in. So feel that connection down into the earth. There you go. Yeah, if it brought up any fear or sadness, you can just run that energy all the way down through your body to the feet, and then open up the feet to those roots and just drop the energy down into the earth. Yeah, and then bring your awareness back up to like your chest level, your heart level. Yeah, and you're still here. And look, you separated some of your energy from a place that doesn't actually need your energy in this moment, and you've brought it back into you. Yeah, not so hard, right? Go ahead and picture something else, somewhere else where you keep your attention. For example, I'll just name this. For me, it's the future, right? I'm constantly thinking about those things that need to be done tonight before I go to sleep, or tomorrow when I get up, or this weekend because they didn't get done during the week. So there's a lot of reaching energy that I do forward, right? I want to make sure I don't forget to do that thing. So part of me is ahead, sort of preparing or tracking what might happen. Usually I can tell that when I'm doing my meditation, or I'm in a session, because I'm leaning forward. Like my body physically is actually trying to lean forward to get to the future a little faster. So notice if you have any of that, and pull your body back physically. Let yourself lean back into the chair. Feel the roots go all the way down into the ground. Yeah, and imagine from here you can start to wind up that fishing rod. So you can just wind up the thread, the line. I should have researched fishing before I did this. You can wind it back up, and you can bring that part of your attention, your energy that belongs to you, back into this moment. Right here, right now. You sitting on the floor in a chair doing a meditation. Yeah, notice your resistance if you have some. Like I noticed for me, I'm like, that's enough to just be here? Nope, there has to be something else I should be doing. So just feel what's happening in your body. If there's anything that doesn't feel good, or there's a contraction, you can send some attention, some love to that contraction, and then use breath and just drain the energy out that's ready to go in this moment, all the way down to your feet, out into the earth. Good. Good. All right, let's do another one. Let's do the past. I know so many people that I talk to live part of their lives in the past with the regrets of the things that they didn't do right, or should have been more prepared for, right? There's such guilt and regret and shame and judgment that we hang all over our shoulders, and we just drag it around with us. And sometimes it keeps us safe so that we don't get hurt again. Often it keeps us stuck so that we don't try those things that our soul is like, go do that thing. It's going to be crazy amazing and you're going to love it. But we're in resistance to that because we have this memory of these things that hurt us before, right? Yeah, and sometimes it's literally just a weight that can drown you. And that's a lot. That's a lot for us to carry around. So I'm not assuming that we can clear all of that right now in this meditation, but there's a practice that you can start to use, and over time you can create a significant shift for yourself, or it can create an opening, that lets you go into a coaching session a little more open, or lets you have a conversation with a friend that just slowly begins to shift your perspective. So in this moment, imagine you can just lean back in the chair, and then notice how you seem to be carrying that energy behind you or dragging it behind you. For me, it feels like there's lots of threads perhaps, or golden little pieces of light that go out to all these memories, from this lifetime, past lifetimes. They just kind of hang out behind the back of me. So I can't quite see them. I can't turn my head and know what it's about, but I can feel that there's a weight. There's a weight back there. What you can do in this moment is just imagine you can pull in the parts of you that are ready to come in. So it might not be all of them. It might only be one or just a couple. But imagine you can put the fishing rod behind you and just start to wind in. Wind in the parts that are your energy, ready to separate from some of the guilt, separate from some of the judgment. Let some of that just stay back there, but we'll pull your energy back into your physical body. And just imagine you can slowly, slowly just start bringing some of that energy back into you. Yep. You can leave all the emotions, the judgments, the shame sitting back there like a carpet or a cloak, and just bring back the part that belongs to you, your inner knowing, your inner soul, your heart. Yep. So imagine that can just arrive inside of your body. There you go. Take a breath, find some space for your energy to be back in you. Yeah, and then imagine you've got like a feather duster or a leaf blower, something you can kind of direct behind your back, and you can just dust off or blow away the emotions, the heaviness, the weight that wasn't yours, that doesn't need to hang out there anymore because your energy has separated from it. And you just blow it away. Again, this is the first layer. You may have 2 layers or 100 or 1,000 layers. We don't know. But in this moment, you can just start to create a shift. So just blow away the parts that don't belong to you, that are society impressions or judgments perhaps, or stories that your family or friends have told you that you accepted and took on as truth. Or the worst, the ones that you assigned, right? The ones where you're like, I am that thing. I am shameful or dark or bad or judgmental or wrong. Yeah, just separate that energy. Send the part that isn't true, that doesn't belong to you, all the way out into the air behind you, far, far away. You can just blow it out into the universe. Yep. And then feel your roots again. So here you are. Yeah, that feels so much better. Here you are in your body with a lot of your energy back in you. A lot. Yeah. And so maybe there's pieces outside of you still. That's okay. You have a process now where you can start checking in. You can start noticing when you're fully here and when you're kind of, out there, out there, hanging out, tracking, doing something else, beating up on yourself, whatever it is that we do when we're not in our bodies. You'll have a way to feel the difference. Yeah. And sometimes you'll decide it's way more fun to be out there and to hang out and to judge ourselves and to, stay in the loop of what we're not getting that we want or what we're not doing that we would like. And sometimes you can just drop the roots through your body, start winding up the fishing rod. Yep, and bring your energy back in. Yeah, and then notice how it feels when so much of your energy is inside of your body. So for some people, energy isn't a very tangible thing, right? So I'll say to them, do you feel this? Do you feel energy moving? Is there something, that's tangible going through your body? And often people say, no, I don't feel it. I don't know what it is you're describing. And part of me is like, oh man, I want you to have that, right? I want you to feel that. And I know at some point they probably will. And also, you start where you are. So if you're not feeling, it's okay if you're creating the pathway for the energy to follow, because it's going to move even if you can't tangibly feel it. Right? Where you put your attention, the energy is going to follow. So if your attention is on bringing your energy back into your body, the energy is going to follow that intention, attention. Right? So you'll have more energy in your body, even if you're not physically feeling it yet, or it's not vibrating. The more you do that, the more you're going to start having sensations that will follow. And then it becomes addictive. Let me tell you, then it feels really good when your energy's in your body, and you're going to want more of that. And then you're going to be like me, and you'll meditate a ton, and it'll be like the best thing that you do in the day. You will love it. Well, not the best, but it's pretty high up there. All right, so drop the roots one more time. Feel the roots go all the way down into the earth. Yep. Pull your energy back into your body. And notice how your mind has stopped some of the chatter because you've been putting your attention on doing these things, right? Following these steps, bringing your energy in. That pause in the mental chatter is so critical. It's so important in your day. It's so important because it gives you a chance to reset your calibration, to rewire your system so that the momentum can change, right? So when the mental loop has you go, circle, 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 loop, 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 you stay in that vibration until something shifts it. Pausing the vibration, bringing in your energy, rooting into the earth. You've raised your energy, your vibration. So now you're attracting things towards you at a higher vibration level than you were before. Yeah, it's just fun. And that's how manifesting works, but that's another whole meditation. For now, the practice of pulling your energy in is a really important one for you to play with as you have time. Yeah, let's see, anything else in this moment? Yeah, what I would leave you with is go ahead and sit if you can for a few more minutes, even after I finish the meditation, and play from the space of fully in your body, fully present, with what surprises and delights my soul, right? What would surprise and delight me if it happens in the next 24 hours? What is one thing that I would love to create that would thrill me, right? So when I listen to the meditation tomorrow night, or when I climb into bed tomorrow night, this thing might have happened by then, and oh man, like that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Make it something that could be tangible, right? And then spend a few minutes after I finish here feeling how awesome it would be to experience that thing, or playing with what it would be like in that situation or experience. When you're in this space of momentum subsiding from the old vibration you were operating at, and you're switching into a higher vibration, your creativity, your attraction point is so strong. It's cool. Like, you can do way more manifesting from this space. So play with it for a few minutes, and yeah, let me know if there is something that comes from that. I would love to hear about it because I'm going to be doing the same thing after I wrap up. All right, have a beautiful evening. So much love to each of you.